Do you think you're ready to talk about the dark night of the soul and the villain era? Hi, I'm Maggie. I'm a licensed clinical psychotherapist. I have degrees in psychology, theology, and marriage and family therapy, and a national certification in dialectical behavioral therapy. In this video, I'm not seeking to diagnose anyone. I'm only willing to offer insight into situations like these. The hero's journey is one of the best ways to describe shadow work. The dark night of the soul occurs after a person has gone through having to look at themselves and acknowledging their self-awareness, either through processing their trauma and painful experiences, assessing previous things that they've done wrong, or by making a big mistake, or all three. It's one of the most painful, isolating, and destabilizing experiences in the hero's journey, and for shadow work too. The dark night of the soul commences when you realize people are terrible. Not just a select few people, not just those people, not just you, not just me. People are terrible. And you wonder if they're even worth saving. All heroes go through this dark night of the soul, where they have to decide who is worth saving and what does it really matter in the end. And you are no different on this shadow work journey. The important part is not to unpack and stay there. At best, you would be like Batman, who consistently has a crisis of consciousness in his role in being a hero. He's actually called the Dark Knight. At worst, you'll become a villain. Remember, villains also have backstories with a series of events that led them to that point. The villain gives in to their feelings of hate, scorn, and despair, and treating life as a tragic, antagonistic, demanding, and disappointing adventure. They view fate as vengeful and punitive, and have a general disdain for anything perceived as inherently good. The Dark Night is all about meeting your shadow and traveling through all of your personal darkness. Remembering what people have done to you and how that changed the way you think about yourself and what you did to contribute to it, if anything. Thinking about every really bad thing you've ever done, assessing what got you to that point, how you got yourself in that situation, and owning that you did some really crappy things. And lastly, taking accountability and ownership of every mistake. No more blame, no more projection, no more excuses. I did it, and there's a chance I could do it again if I'm not careful. Eventually, you come to the realization that it actually doesn't change anything about you. It's a peaceful but ominous feeling. You know that you are capable of dastardly deeds and that you can survive a great deal of pain, which makes you a formidable villain. And some people choose to stay in this feeling for a while. That's the villain era. There's an epiphany that's needed to end the dark night of the soul, the villain era. The epiphany is, regardless of people's terrible nature, you were meant to do certain things that may help others. The focus changes to being authentically you and doing what you are meant to do, independent of judgment and outcome. I would love to know your thoughts on the villain era. Let me know in the comments. Please like the video, it helps me to make more. Share where you think it's appropriate, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It is free. Thanks, guys.